And I was like, that's just what I told him 5 minutes ago. Hello and welcome to Life with Christy. If it is your first time joining us, you are welcome. So today I will be doing something like a story. Okay, so today will be a bit of story time, and I would like to tell this because I watched something and it sort of like ministered to my spirit. Yeah, it ministered to my spirit, and I want you to just sit back and listen to me first. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, go on and subscribe, like, share, and let's get into it. What happened was that several weeks ago I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's white, and I went to the place where I was meant to start teaching, and when I got there, like, I called the contact person, and she was like, okay, I'll be there in some minutes. So when I got to the door, I knocked like on the door, and someone came, and he was like, you're not meant to be here. And I was like, no, like, the description says I'm meant to be here. And it's like, you cannot be here. And I was like, okay, why? Like, I was like, okay, wait, first of all, like, I was sent an email and this is where I'm meant to be and stuff. And I was like, no. I was like, okay, I'm here to teach English, so like, I'm meant to be here. I don't know what you were told, but could you ask somebody? And he was like, no, he doesn't have to ask. He just knows I'm not meant to be here. So like, I did not want to get into this like back and forth, right? So I just like stepped outside and tried to call her again. The number was not going through. And I was like, okay, what happened? Like, so I was just trying to get my mind together. So I tried calling my administrator to like get things sorted out, and she was like, she'll try to call the woman. As in, she just heard the story and she was like, okay, she'll try to call the woman, and the woman was not picking. I guess maybe she was doing something. Do you get? So I went back to this man, and I could not just wait because my time was already like going. I was already meant to be in the class, already teaching, and I did not want to put my students through this on the first day of just meeting me and having to say, okay, this was what happened. I didn't want to have to even like go through that at all. So I went back to the man, and he's a security guard, so I understood, but the way he was reacting was just like weird, like, okay. And I was like, okay, I was given this and I'm meant to be here. Could you call this person and find out like what's up? Because she just answered my call about 5 minutes ago, but she hasn't come out. And he was like, oh, are you the English teacher? And I was like, that's just what I told him 5 minutes ago, right? And he was like, well, Kevin, that's my friend. Kevin. Okay. So I was just like, that's what I told you like 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh, so you're the English teacher. I was like, so this is real amnesia that just happened to you, right? So it happened for 5 minutes and now your brain is back. And I never had to face a lot of this. Why? Because coming from Nigeria, everybody there is just like black. Do you get? And that's Nigeria holds the largest amount of black people population of black people in the world, so you do not expect to have a racist or racism there. And so I was just like, okay, I never went through racism. That's true. And if there was anything like that, it did not just occur. But moving to a new country, I don't know if they just have some kind of like thoughts, like about people, and I never really like focused on it. It was never like a something I focused on. Like I just felt like it was the attitude of the person. You're just bad being you, like really, not because of oh you're white or you're black or something. But at this point in time, like the way the guy looked at me was like, oh you, because there was another guy that didn't. When I was standing there, actually, there was another guy that came, and he did not like he wasn't meant to be there. Okay, he misplaced. He was meant to be going to the I think the second floor, but he came to that floor. And when he knocked, it was white. The man was like really polite and nice, and was like, okay, you have to, and directed him to the place he was meant to go to. But me, he just came, and the ads was just like, okay, you're not meant to be here. And later when he found out, I was like, oh, like, it's like, that attitude is just horrible. And one thing is that I won't be focusing on it if it just happened once. The same man the next week when I came back again still did the same thing. And I did not want to go like, sir, you are racist. You understand? Like I didn't want to go like that. And when he just said you're not meant to be, I was like, I was the same person that was here last week. And he still said I'm not meant to be here. So I just like, okay, like I'm not even doing this today. I just called the woman up, and she was like, she came down and she picked me in. And when I went in, I was just like I'm here right now, right? But okay, that aside, I also want to give you comparison, because I feel like sometimes this is just people. Like some people are just they're just deciding their heart on their mind like to just be horrible. But another thing happened was that I was in a bus, right? And I passed, like in Ukraine, when you come in, you pass your money to the front. Like if you came through the back door, you just pass the money to the front, and the driver gets the money. And if you get to, if it was like if you're meant to give him 10, but you get 15, he'll just give you 5 back, right? Something like that. So he was meant to send the change back to me, and he did not, right? And there was this woman, I was sitting beside her, and according to the rule, like he should send the change before the next stop. But we had gone like 5 stops, and I think the guy had already like decided to just keep the money, or maybe he just forgot. I don't know what happened though. But I was expecting like, okay, like driver, like when would you send my change back, like. But one good thing is that the woman stood up. We're at the back seat. She walked to the front seat and demanded that he gives her my change, and she sent it back to me. In that moment, I wanted to take a video, but I was just like, you I couldn't like predict that exactly was going to happen the way it did, right? So like when she just went there and did that, that was just so super nice. I just went like super soft inside, as in like because the same way you can find like people saying like this was bad, the racist part, and like this was just horrible. The same way you can see other people just stand up for you and be there and be nice. And I feel like it just boils down to the person, really. Yes, it boils down to the person, and the person being who they've been trained to be. So like, well, this is my story concerning as a racism and kindness, also from another set of people. I would like to know what you feel, or if you've been in any situation like this, and more of it will be, I would like to know like the good things that other people from other places, other countries, or the skin colors. Yeah, I recognize people's skin color. I'm not blind to it. I'm not blind to that you're dark or you have some melanin in your body. I appreciate if you're white. It's also great. God created different people. Yeah, and um, okay, God created Adam and Eve, and things change like mutation and evolution and things like that. And we're where we are right now. So we just accept it and love everybody, right? So that's just it. So, but you travel to different places and you meet different people, and I appreciate them. I appreciate their culture also. But I'd like to know, like, if you've been in any situation like this, and just leave it in the comment section below. I would try to always release a video every week. And this is Christy King. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to every other person. I like to bring fun. Yeah. And but this is a story I just felt like I needed to say because it was just in my mind, and I wanted to know the thoughts of other people. Yeah, of you. Okay, so for me that's why. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.